Hi, Sheila. It's Shannon. I was going to answer this question because it's easier to talk about it than to try to type it out. I think I'm getting carpal tunnel. But so, how this works, from what I can tell, and I am by no means a professional and I don't really know what I'm doing in full transparency, but there are many, many shops on TikTok Shop, obviously, and they will reach out to ask if I'm interested in trying their product. And so sometimes they will say, we will give you a sample, or other times you can request, or you can do a refundable sample. And so I buy it, and then if I like it and I share and somebody else purchases it, it depends on the item. If if I sell three or something like that, then they will refund the price that I paid for the product. But in this case, Cherry Betty reached out and said, "Are you interested in receiving the sample?" And so for me personally, what I do is I ignore the vast majority of the companies or the shops that reach out to me and are interested in, have it's called a collab. They'll send me a message about a collaboration, and the vast majority of them I ignore, or don't really do anything with. Like I'll get stuff like dog food. Well, I don't even have a dog, so clearly I'm not going to just get on and sell something that doesn't interest me, or that I would have no legitimate use for. And so for me personally, and I think a lot of people are like this, or at least Kara Catlett said something similar. um I'm not interested in getting a ton of stuff. If there are products that look interesting to me, or that I've tried personally, then I'm happy to share, because that's, really what I got on here to do, was inspire people and share what I enjoy. And sometimes that's stuff that's been on TikTok Shop, like these pajamas. These were available in TikTok Shop. I thought that they looked really cute and sharp, and it checked the boxes for me, because I was looking. I like getting pajamas. I like buying pajamas. I like having pajamas, but they have to be 100% cotton, or that's what I'm trying to move towards. And so that checked all the boxes for me. And so, um, I'm not trying to get a bunch of free product, and it can be tempting, but there's also a responsibility that comes with it, which is, you have to kind of keep track of it, and then you're also being asked to post a video, and obviously provide your real feedback. And I'm going to share the good, the bad, and the ugly, because that's my personal ethics and moral obligation to do so. But there's definitely potential that you could get a lot of free stuff. Once you're a creator of a certain size. I'm certainly not a creator of a certain size, but I know that a lot of folks get a lot of PR, and I'm just, like I said, I've got a small house, and I just don't want a bunch of stuff. And like, I don't eat spicy snacks. So that's not of interest to me. I wouldn't be the one to provide you with, legitimate feedback on a spicy snack, because I'm very spice averse, as an example. Um, and then the other thing is, I'm selective on hair care and skin care, just because I think it takes a while to know. And so there's a lot of companies that, have products on here, and they may be great, but I'm really just sticking to, things that I've either heard of, or that I've had personal experience with previously. Or I've got a few things that I'm starting to try right now, and I'm just going to be honest with you that, hey, I got this. I'm going to be trying it over the next couple of months, and I'll report back. So, long answer to say, yes, companies reach out and ask if I'm interested, and if I am, then I will, take it, or try it, or buy it and see what I like. If it's nothing that I'm interested in, then I just ignore that, or don't engage with that particular supplier. So that's how it's working for me. All of that to say, though, that one of the tricky things on here, and, if you're ever interested in becoming a TikTok creator, or maybe you're already posting videos, there's a lot of content creators, and all they do is coach you on TikTok, tips and tricks. I honestly have not researched a lot, and I think it's a little tricky to figure all this stuff out, to be honest. And so a lot of mine is trial and error. Like the video that you just referred to, I got notified today that, I'm not earning any rewards on that because I did something wrong. I didn't post it to everyone, even though I think that I did. I don't understand. And so there's a lot of trial and error, at least for me. So, my goal is not to get on and sell a bunch of stuff, but if I find something that I'm interested in and enjoy, then I do want to share that, just because that's what I do. Like, I share my knitting, and I share my notebooks, and I share, the way I like to pack out. Like, anything I'm interested in, I share, because that's my content. So thanks for asking. I appreciate it. And hopefully this helps. Thanks. Have a great night.